See, there's people who are trying to come in.
Okay. Got some people in
They're trying to come in. Let's see what's happening.
there. Big people and God and their word. 40, 50 daddy.
Okay. It's working. Okay, you just make me let these people on.
See them?
Double R.
Really? So all the people are in.
I don't know.
Are you in now?
Not yet. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
There's that one. Let's take
Let's do that
this
one.
one.
That one.
Okay. Let me try that. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, let's do that one again. Okay, we're in.
Right there.
Okay. Let's do a test. Hello, everyone. Hello, WR.
What's up, cousin? How you doing?
All right. One in. Doing great.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm at work right now. You know, I got to catch up when I got back from that trip last night. So I'm going to be quiet a little bit. All right.
Oh, man.
I got to make my money, man.
I know you. Hey, Hawaii, that Hawaii, will take it out of you.
Yeah. It was lovely, though. It was lovely.
Let me see. You got to come right here. Come right here. There she is, right there. Yeah, I had an offer I couldn't refuse, my great granddaughter. So,
Miss Precious.
yeah, she wanted to see what's going on. How was your trip, Reg? He's coming around. Hi, Eflin.
Hello.
All right.
How is everybody?
We're doing fine. Hey, you know, we're doing fine. We're here.
Yeah.
You see,
I didn't think I was gonna make it. My laptop wanted to act up.
that's that devil working.
Get in.
That's that devil.
Oh yeah. And they will always work. Them fiery darts, I'll be ducking them.
Could you adjust your camera so we can see your face? You know, it's a little different.
No.
Yeah. There you go.
Mm.
Hello, Larry. Cousin? Good.
He's your cousin?
Yeah, he lives in Las Vegas.
Mm.
This is part of our meet and greet. This is how we start our meetings. And then we go into our agenda. You see?
So like my life.
All right.
Meaning
Let me see. I don't know about that. That Read AI meeting. I wonder what that one is. I'm gonna take a look at that. That's something new. Read AI meeting. I'm going to.
Mm.
I'm going. I always go with it. We'll just see what it is. Something new. you know, the program is changing as we go. You know, our ancestry, you know, they're changing. And, you know, we pay for one thing and then it changes to another.
Right.
So you can go upstairs for a little while now. Watch out. Watch your step. Thank you, sir. Watch out. Don't hurt yourself.
Let me know when grandma comes in.
Okay. Yeah, this is a new one. Read AI meeting notes. You know, they got all this. That's something that's new. Mhm.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
Um, who's talking? No, I can't hear unless it's Yvette. All right, we'll deal with it. There's somebody in the waiting room, Diane Trotter. Let's admit her. Oh, that was Diane. What am I doing? I better get my stuff together. Definitely. It was Diane that was saying something.
No,
And she's
I can barely hear.
yeah, she's visiting her sister out in Arkansas.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I see
Oh,
her now. Hi, Diane.
good, good.
Now what happened?
Was if she we went through this here the couple days ago. If she needs to, she's on mute. She wants to be on
I got kicked out.
what? She's on mute, Diane. That's okay, Diane.
Can you still see me? I got kicked off or something.
Yes, I can.
I can't see nobody.
Hmm. Okay, let me check your oh, that's Diane. Let's see, Mega. I could see.
Do you hear the background?
Yeah, I hear you, Diane.
But I mean, do you hear the background talking?
Of who?
Television is on.
No,
Okay, if you don't hear it, that's good.
no. Eflin, golly, Eflin. Um,
So
Eflin,
they can hear it.
you have to check your microphone, Eflin. Does it say it's turned on? Okay. If it doesn't work, log out and come back in the way you did the first time. Okay? Can you hear me? Log out and come back in.
Okay, I'm back
Yeah,
again.
what did you do?
Shut down some of my tabs.
I'm glad you did. Okay.
So how
Well,
you, Diane?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. I like the way you have your scarf wrapped there. I could never do that. Looks complicated.
No, no, it's just to pull it back tight, pull,
Oh,
pull it to the side.
okay. I sent Lauren an invitation to um my match at Moss Matches that matched Jerry. And I have one match I'm going to send to her where the Mosses are from Alabama. And I gave her access to see all of our all of our DNA matches.
So you communicated with her?
Say what?
Did you communicate with her?
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
asked her first, and
that's
we've gone back and forth a couple of times.
that's cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
So Jerry, did you match with Hope?
Yeah, on Jet Match.
Yeah, I seen that. But what about Ancestry? Did you go check?
I didn't check. I didn't check Ancestry.
Right. She said she been looking at your videos or something. I didn't know if she been in here or
Yes, she has. That's good.
yeah,
She said she did. Hey, while I have you on here, Diane, I want to show you where I believe our link is.
okay. Well, you showed me what we looked at the other day, those people at the top of Moss.
Well, I have something. I have something a little more specific.
Wonderful.
Let me see. Even though through
I got kicked out again. I don't know why I keep getting kicked out.
well, I can hear. We can see you. Even though through lines is somewhat challenging, I'm gonna make it bigger. Uh, Here, this is a person I believe on this side, Diane Henry D. Moss,
Hmm.
and, then there's John Henry. Then he comes down. I know these are DNA matches through these people here, Green, Juan, and Michael. I talked to them, but this is a person who the John Henry Moss, I believe he's the one that's related to um, Mary Moss. You know, Milton and Mary.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Milton is her husband. I mean, or her father. Milton Moss, Milton Mike Moss is Mary Magdalene Moss's father.
which one is John Henry?
John Henry, I don't know. I added him as a supposition because people under him match my line closely. So I just stuck that up there as a suppose,
Well,
or I think so.
look, this is mine. This is mine though.
Oh, okay.
This
Well, I know I have it on mine, but I said I think.
this is my tree,
Okay.
and you know, I'll but I wanted to show you that's where I believe that him and Mary Moss is like the daughter, and this Mike. We asked about Milton Mike Moss.
Yeah.
I, this is where again,
Where did John D live?
John D. He lived. He's one of the. He lived in Arkansas, Hempstead, Arkansas, and I can find. Let me look at my tree. Then that's the best way of doing it. So do you see these?
All right.
There he is. Here's the Mary. We know that this is your grandmother, right?
I beg your pardon?
This is your grandmother right here, right?
Oh, yes. Mary Magdalene Moss, yes.
And that's her dates, right?
Yep.
And I match this Luther, and I match a couple more. You know, we verified that, right?
You match Nadine, Netdeen,
Yeah.
Nadine, Luther, and Henry Benjamin Franklin,
Okay.
HBF.
Okay. So then that took me over to. So that's DNA. That's DNA, right? And then
Yep.
so that means that Mike Moss, that's her father. There he is. And what about John Henry? That's the one you don't know as much about?
I have
About Mike's dad?
hold on a second. Let me check and I'll go out and look at it.
No, here he is.
Come back.
Here. I have.
Prosecuted versus the felon.
Can you take a look at that?
Prosecuted felons, the other that is a convicted felon.
He's in
I also want to bring in Congresswoman
Virginia,
Thrubey.
in Tennessee.
As I was looking back into social media feed, just about a week ago, you posted Joe Biden on his worst day is better than Donald Trump will ever be on his
Somebody's
best.
that's you, Courtney. You have to
Yeah, it's me.
turn your
Yeah, that's
TV
me.
down or something, Courtney. Or
That's me.
okay, now turn your TV down and we're good.
I'll turn it over.
Oh, yeah, that's good. But Diane, do you see this?
Hold on a minute. I'm trying to pull up my tree.
Have you said where?
I'm sorry. What did you just ask me?
John Henry Moss, he's from Virginia, and he 1880 and passed away 1888 in Tennessee.
Okay, true. Ultimately, there was a top, but let me open my tree and look at it.
I'll make it bigger for everybody.
Henry Moss. Look at that.
763 511 763. Want to put it up regular,
Put
where
it
you
that
can.
way?
Okay, so now here's my Robin Tate tree.
You want to share screen?
Yeah, well, I can share
Okay,
and talk through it with you.
let me stop sharing.
Okay.
Okay, it's me right here. Ooh.
Share screen. I'm gonna go right here.
Let me open it up for you. Okay, there you go.
Pull this down here. And I'm gonna go to okay, so now I know for a fact that, oh, okay, I'm showing him with Charles Moss right here. And John Henry Moss is over here. I think somewhere along the line I was trying to decide. Let me go up a level above that. Okay. I said the father of John, Henry, Charles, and Samuel is somebody that I don't know. And I'm showing right here. John Henry, I showed as a hypothesis, Samuel Moss, and then Charles Moss. I think they are brothers.
Well, that was the same date that I have on that Samuel Moss, on John Henry Moss, 1818 to 1888.
Okay, I just don't know if he is the one that is the father of Milton Mike Moss. I think all of those men right there started out in Virginia.
Yeah, there it is.
So
there it is.
so the thing is, For him to have been born in Tennessee, one of those men would have had to, or the pregnant woman would have had to given delivery in 1850 in Tennessee. So let's look at John Henry here. That's not what I want to see. Ah, baloney. I want to open him up. Let's see. Ah. There we go. So now, he did end up in McMinn, Tennessee. So it is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm showing him with these children. 1850, Susan Moss was born. Well, Milton Mike Moss was born in 1850, so maybe he was the father, or maybe not. I'm gonna look at a couple of the other ones.
And I got
I'm gonna
I got the Elizabeth and Susan. I got all them. Those are the ones
Okay.
I have too.
I'm gonna go up to another brother. Okay, that was John Henry. Now I'm gonna look at Samuel. Hold up, Samuel. Okay, Samuel stayed in Virginia, so that rules him out. Charlie Moss. He also, and I'm trying to figure out why I tried to use Charlie as opposed to
John Henry.
John Henry. Yeah, either one of them could be the father.
Yeah,
But
but
let's look at,
I'm using John Henry, and then he goes up to match my Henry D. You know, my
Okay.
Henry law. So I'm just letting you know.
So then we'd have to figure out how Alabama would figure into it. If all three of these came from Virginia, then how did Alabama figure into it? So
Okay,
now these,
I can tell you why. Could you stop sharing, please?
okay, just a second. Stop sharing. Okay,
I can tell you why. The Moss family originally came from Virginia. Then they went to Kentucky, and then from Kentucky they went to Alabama, and that's where they were enslaved. And then from Alabama, after the Thomas Moss passed away, the patriarch, then the sons J.C. Moss took the slaves to Arkansas, and that's how we. Pardon me.
I think you're looking at a smaller group of Mosses because there was one of the Mosses back in 1600. He had 3 sons, and he gave each of them slaves. Okay, so one brother said, I don't think anybody should be a slave. So he freed all of his slaves. So there is a line of free people of color Mosses. They are mixed in with my matches, and I've included them on my tree. And then the other 2 brothers, they didn't go to the same place. I think the brothers spread out. Remember, they were going to get land. So they didn't all travel in a group. They spread out.
Okay, well,
Some went to
we're closer now. That's all I'm saying. When we get a chance to do our research, we'll get closer, and especially
Yeah.
that you have Lauren, involved. So that'll help out too.
Yeah, I gave her the information so she could look at it, and I even gave her my a link to my Free People of Color, rather not Free People, but the white moss tree. So I have one that I use based on my white matches. I started trying to make a tree of those mosses, just the white people.
Okay.
So I asked her to look at that so she can see if she can make any connections.
Okay, everyone. Thanks, Diane. This is an example of how we, conduct research with family members. We've been doing research for a number of years, and individuals we check our trees and then we verify about our DNA and different researchers, they help us. And that's what's been happening with us. We've had a couple of white DNA cousins, you know, our age, shared their information on who they believe was a slaveholder. And then when they started checking DNA, we matched.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we matched through DNA and we have the records. And that's how we can tell at least who the migration pattern and from the folks, they're telling us. And then we have the DNA, from the slaveholders' mistress, they had kids that were mulattoes, and which are.
And I wouldn't use the word mistress, I'd say the people that they raped, they didn't have a choice.
Well, in some of the documents, I understand. In some of the documents, you know, I'm sanitizing it somewhat, and some of them, okay, Diane, but those women and their kids, in some cases, in the wills after the slaveholder passed away, he freed them, and some of the other ones they sold or they passed them to their kids, because I have documents to state that. That being said, that's an example, everyone, of how we conduct individual searches, and we help each other with our documentations. So let's have I do want to bulletin, opening news. Who wants to comment first on the breaking news? Anyone, jump right on in. The breaking news of the day.
Well, Brother Mayor,
let's have a brief a conversation on that.
Okay. Well, I think, man, that since our brother in the finance came to the conclusion that he just can't do it no more, man, all we can do now is to try to get behind Kamala. Whoever want to vote for Kamala, get behind Kamala, and let's see what happens, man. But right now, I think the whole party is in confusion. A couple of weeks from now, maybe they'll come back down and get something done. Right now, I think they're just in the midst of changing signs around right now and getting a new mindset. So I think right now, man, we're not in complete trouble if you're a Democrat or whatever. I don't think we're in that much trouble right now at the moment. But exceedingly so, I think we might have a problem, until they get through change. But I think Kamala might be a cinch for this, man, because she already made a commitment that's saying that she's going to work hard and she want to earn it. So I feel like this, if anybody want to earn it, that means it's a possibility that they might do a pretty good job. And with that, I yield, brother.
And that's Courtney from Los Angeles?
Yeah, that's me. This is Courtney, sister.
Any other comments?
I'm in Los Angeles.
I've been following this, and it seems like they want this to be hammered out at the convention. So Biden is throwing his support around her, but they are going to consider some other people. I think there are a couple of governors that are really good, and maybe one of them could run as her vice president. But I think they're thinking about one of them for the president. I don't know what that would mean for her if one of them ran as president. She might not want to run with him.
The floor is open. Larry?
Yeah. I just wanted to get it straightened out because I'm tired of hearing all the bad news.
Yeah, I am too, sister.
Yeah, it's not good to keep talking like that.
No, it's not.
Larry Trice? your comments? Can you unmute yourself? You got a mouthful of food. Okay, Eflin, what do you feel about what's transpired today?
Hey, cousin, sorry, was you talking to me?
Yes, go ahead.
What was the question? I was in the middle of a conversation with my customer. What's
Okay,
going on?
the breaking news of the day, do you have some comments?
Oh, as far as keeping down,
Yeah, just your basic
you talking about Biden stepping down?
yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. Yeah. I think it's a good thing. I think VP got a better chance than him. Not you.
Anyone else?
I just wanted to add, the reality is what he did was good. However, when a person has a cognitive disability, you cannot predict what's going to happen in the future based on what happened in the past because it's totally unknown. And half the time he looks stunned or like he's kind of out of space anyway. So they worked real hard to prepare him for weeks for that debate, and he was horrible. So you don't know what's going to happen. It's too uncertain, so it's better for someone else to run.
Irene, comments?
Yeah, I think I'm still muted. Can you hear me?
We hear
You
you.
good, man?
Go
I
ahead.
can hear you.
Go ahead.
You can,
I hear you.
We can hear
I
you.
hear you. I hear you.
It sounds like she in the Matrix to me. Sound like it's a little.
It's muffled a
Like,
little.
yeah.
Now I can't hear nothing. That's you.
Okay.
Nope, no.
No, we can't. Mhm. Okay. That being said, I do have a few comments on it. It was the spirit moved it moved me to accept the realities. We knew something was going to happen. It was just a matter of when and what. And one of the ways I felt that is that being empathetic, putting myself in those shoes and with the kind of pressures that he was under. And the truth of the matter is, like Diane said, you can't hide the truth. So now there's a process, and we're gonna, definitely have to circle the wagons and follow this democracy, this democratic process, and then correlate, come together, and do all we can to win this election. Whoever they come up with, there's a process. Nobody with this much power, and as power hungry as everybody, as people are, they're not going to just hand over this.
No, they're not going to just hand it over.
They're not just going to hand it over just because President Biden said that. But like, I'm very empathetic towards him, and he's done his part, and I just pray that the rest of his life has as much comfort with his family as possible, and not only him, but in our case, it's important for me. I'm looking at who can I turn over my information, who can I trust with my the research and some of the
Right.
assets that God has allowed me to have, who do I turn it over to? And we have to prepare. And you have to prepare them. You just can't just, it's best to prepare them. And I believe she is prepared to do the job. And one of the reasons why, I don't want to get into a real big diatribe, but President Trump, he lowered the ball level so low. He leveled it so low that, you know, the playing field is wide open now, and you know we can't do anything but go up. I yield, as my brothers and sisters say.
You know, brother, that is true. Because that's the only thing we can do now. Because like I say, like they're in total disarray. And also what the sister was saying too, it's like right now, man, and I watched that myself, and I have been following it for quite a while since they started. And it really looked like Biden, man, at his age, it's just like you really can't say what they know when they wake up in the morning. Now, we don't know what's going on behind that White House. We know they give them shots and they take their medication just like anybody else. So who's to say that he's in, in his right mental capacity, his mental capacity to get out there and do the work that's done from day to day. And that remains to be seen. All we know what he looked like. And every time when I seen that man go up the steps on the airplane, it looked like he was getting ready to fall backwards. And I seen him coming down the steps, and it seemed like he was about to fall. And then when they put him in the vehicle, and you can kind of see through the window this morning, it looked like they putting somebody in there, man, that's really handicapped. You know, like an excess ride or something. So I'm looking at these things. You have to look real closely sometimes. When I looked at that, man, it kind of had me wondering. I said, this man really is not in the right health he should be in and be running this country and making decisions for our people with all the stuff on his agenda, with Netanyahu and all them, man, and he got to talk to people, and he got to fulfill his everyday duties. So I kind of looked at myself, man. I'm just saying, just turn over to the hands of God and hope that the good Lord lead us in the right direction, and him too. So right now, it looks like the Lord is leading him in the right direction.
Thank you, brother.
Maybe he just bowed gracefully, and maybe Kamala can take up the slack, man.
Thank you, brother Courtney.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's so significant when you come in our history that I felt that it was important to open the floor and dedicate some time to this.
Hey, can somebody mute their mic? Can somebody mute their mic?
Yes, I think Erlene has to.
Yes, Erlene.
Erlene, could you mute your mic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me turn this
Yeah. Okay, she did. Yeah. Well, that.
All right, good, much better. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, in closing, I just want, it's that significant of an event. I just want to open it up. Do you have any closing comments on this historic news that's happened as today? Anyone who wants to say anything else about it, then we'll go right into the meeting.
I'd like to, cause
go ahead.
You know, my key thing is reparations. So whoever we got the best chance with, I think we need to go that way. We know the Republicans ain't gonna give it to us, so we got to get the power from the Democrats. So as far as VP, she talked about it before she ran last election, but she hasn't spoke about it since she's been in there. So just hopefully, in our coalition, been talking to her behind them doors, and I hope that she soften her heart, and she will allow us to share more about it, because they want to silence us about reparations. Said this not the time to talk about it, but I just hope that she find the time to talk about it, and I yield back.
I'll see.
And I also want to acknowledge, the passing of a great legislature, Sheila Jackson Lee.
Yes, sir.
Wow, man, that's my first time hearing that. Salute to Sheila Jackson Lee, bitch. HR 40. Oh man, thank you for giving me that information. Salute.
That's real. Oh shit. Yeah, she was a very dynamic sister.
And she did take the mantle for that HR 40 for the Senate. I mean, for the legislature. And so there's a coalition there. And so thanks, Diane. We with you on that. And so that there's another torch that has to be passed. And I just pray that that the Black caucuses are, gathering themselves and have an urgency. It's like why we can't wait. You can't wait for somebody to give you something that you deserve. Sometimes you have to ask, seek, and knock. And it takes action. And obviously, we know, or we wouldn't be who we are and where we are. So thank you so much, everyone, for the political.
Thank you, sir.
Very historic, and just to hear your words. So let's go into the meeting. I want to share some records with you, but I want let me talk to Gracie. Can you hear? And can you speak? Are you having a challenge? If you turn your mic on. Okay. Sometimes she has a computer that causes a few challenges. So she's in Florida. This is cousin Gracie Spears out of Florida.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No, we can't hear you, but that's okay. At the beginning of our meetings, we usually check for technical difficulties and challenges. We try to connect people because this is the new format for some people, and we're patient enough to work with each other and make sure that they're on, because some of us are some seasoned citizens, and so we work with each other.
Still moving.
Hey, Larry, you didn't want to comment on you didn't have a comment on the breaking news about President Biden stepping down?
Oh, I'm sorry, I had to eat, man. But hey, I think it's a good thing. I think it'll reinvigorate the Democratic Party.
Adjust
And
please adjust your camera just a little bit. Adjust your camera a little bit so we can see your face better. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I think it'll reinvigorate the party, and I think she'll pick up young voters now. And in fact, my sister and niece were at the Boule in Dallas where she was speaking. And so I texted her that, them girls in pink and green got to get out there and get some votes. She's talking about the Divine Nine got to get out there, But yeah, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. And Biden was and is a good president and a good man. Anyway, that's about all I got to say about it.
I agree. I agree. Always remember on our meetings to, share this invitation with people who you feel will benefit from the meeting. Let me see. There you go. So when I send my invitations out, it's open up for others. Now, Ancestry has some new tools. I'm gonna go into our agenda.
Yeah.
They have new tools that you can use to match individuals, and you have to pay a little bit. What I believe it's
$10 a month.
more.
Yeah.
You
Now
pay what?
How much?
$10 a month, I think it said.
it's
Oh,
additional.
is that for some type of additional service they offer?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you have your regular
something.
account. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Uh,
I don't know the real name. It's just Pro something.
Okay.
Oh, pro, yeah. That's for additional stuff.
No,
Yeah.
one of them programs I went in, and I had to go back to my old programs because it wouldn't let me research trees. And I told her that was my purpose for being on there, was to research the trees. So I went back to the $24.
Hey, do any of you all use Family Search?
No, I don't.
Yes.
I just don't.
Definitely. Definitely.
Just food for thought. Start exploring other ways than Ancestry.
Would you please give them a description of what Family Search is? At least tell us what it is.
That's the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Oh, okay, the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, the Mormons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I got you.
That's
They
part
said
of
they
their
got a lot
religion,
of
is
records.
tracing their heritage.
Right.
Oh,
And
The
it's
Mormons-
free.
And they said the Mormons got a lot of records.
It's
do.
free.
We might be able to work.
Well,
Get a little.
yeah, thank you.
We get a little.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. And with the California Reparations Task Force in 2022, when the question came up, how are the individuals going to be able to document their family's lineage back before 1900? The task force had a speaker, and the speaker gave some examples of how to do that without having this program like Larry is saying. And they did use Family Search. You have to open up an account, make an account, and it's free. And Family Search is the database, the engine that the Latter-day Saints use, and Ancestry.com. So they correlate together. And what happens with Family Search, as Larry has mentioned, this genealogies in 2022, I don't know if you all remember that, because that was one of the questions. Do we have to pay in order to find out our lineage, ancestors before 1900? And what you do is you open up, you set up an account at Family Search, and then you start with your name, because they have records on you. And then from your name, it connects with, in some people, their parents. And then jacking around. And it'd be different if you wasn't jacking around.
That's right.
That's Marsolology. And so, as I was saying, yeah, that's my great granddaughter. So
Oh, okay.
what happens is with that, you put your name in, and then it'll give up your record. It'll show your record, and then it'll show some clues on your record, and then it'll have your parents. It has what they believe is your parents. Some of it. I'm just saying basically. It doesn't do it for everyone. And then then from there you search your parent, and then your parent, it shows their records, and it shows census. And so after about 2 clicks, you having relatives that are before 1900. So I just wanted to share that with you. That's something that you can do right now without even having an Ancestry account.
Right.
And on that same token, Larry, I'm a member of this genealogy group. It's called San Diego African American Genealogy, a research group here in San Diego, and we meet on the second Saturday of each month, and we meet by Zoom. But once every other month, we go down to the the Latter-day Saints Family Library, Family History Library, and they have them in a lot of cities, and they are very helpful. You go in there, and they have representatives that help you with your family history.
Hey, buddy, I suggest anyone doing any genealogy research check to see if they have a Mormon library where you are. I know they do in LA, but I'm talking about these people will spoon feed you. They'll take you by the hand and show you how to do it. Okay?
Sure will.
And it don't cost nothing.
Okay. Okay.
And so that we're being transparent, and this is the time. Like one of the reasons Brother Courtney is on the meeting is he's with he wants to help find his lineage, and Regi, they're part of the LA and Riverside area. They're activists. They have radio programs. They're out in front. They did a lot of legwork, a lot of duck and dive, bam, bam.
We gotta stay connected.
They tough. We're sitting here doing the TV, bringing up this here information through the genealogy, getting the records, but they've been out on the front line. They warriors.
Yeah.
And so now they want to get their records right. And this is one of the tools that we're using. And as a matter of fact, at one of the meetings, on the 27th of last year, I had a task force meeting. I gave a presentation when they were in San Diego about genealogy. And I gave cousin Regi, DNA kit. And since then, he's got his results. And a coincidence, him and I are relatives. We have a shared match. We met. I was looking at his matches. I said, "Oh, that's my cousin, and that's his cousin." So
yeah, that's good.
That was funny. God is funny, ain't he? God is funny. I still got that picture when he handed it to me too. Before we was cousins, and then when he handed it to me, we found out we cousins. Man, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
And I was blessed to send Courtney a kit.
I'm waiting on mine. It should be Monday.
Yeah, last week I sent Courtney a kit, and 2 other people in the group of warriors. And so help when you can. When you know, teach. So, and I'll be working with him, and I work with Double R. And so we're in the stage that the bills are in the legislature. And so things are moving. And so now there's going to be a time where they're going to have to show your facts. How are you? Who do you have that ancestors that were enslaved anywhere in the United States before 1900?
Let me add to that, Cousin Jerry, if I may.
Go ahead.
We just Governor Newsom just passed $12 million toward our reparations. It's not for cash payments, but it's for the lineage base to get it started to see who qualify. So I don't know if everybody want to keep buying these tests, because we will use about $4 million a year on a 3-year plan, 4 times 3 of that 12 million. We can go up to about 6 million, but what we're doing here in the Inland Empire, we're organizing our own American Freedmen Affairs Agency, who allow us to start the process. We have 2.4 million people here in California who need to be tested because all blacks will not qualify. Just like Jerry said, you have to trace it back before the 1900s, as far as your parents being in a slave state. And if you lived here in California before August of 2020, Gavin Newsom said that you qualify for 6 months. Gavin Newsom said that you do qualify. So if anybody lived in California before 2020 of August, you will be able to qualify for the reparations here. Will you get as much as people as 50 here that's still here in California? Probably not, but you will get something. You will be eligible of getting what they call the economic gap. We have a little spread here. The average black person average only 24,000 a year through our study, and then the average white person average 188,000 a year. So that's $164,000 equity gap that we have, the economy gap, which is the equity that we need to fulfill. So if you divide 164 by 12, you will get $13,666 that they will pay us monthly. Okay, plus the first initial payment will be, if you're here over 50, you will get 1.7 million off the atrocities that happen here in California. Now, and with that being a fact here, you guys have to understand that this room will fill up after January, because I'm telling you this, everybody's going to have to know the part of this lineage base, and they got to know whether they take the Ancestries or whether they take the other ones, the African American one, all the other ones y'all talking about, and all these other things. They have to know how to understand how to dig into these DNA, like Brother Jerry here. This man is out of sight. He's going to be on my team with this IE chapter. He will be my genealogist to help us get through and to understand how people can understand and go deeper, because I don't pay $24 a month. He has access to my account, so he can dig deeper. Where you have that lock on there, he can bust that lock. So just a little brief on what's going on in California about this lineage base was so important. I yield black.
Thank you, brother. That's you.
Courtney, is there something that you want to share with us on the reparations? That's a topic that I had, and Reggie definitely clarified some of it. Could you give us a current update from your perspective of what the bills that are being reviewed in the California Senate and Assembly?
Yeah, the last time I emailed Ralph Bunter, and want to send about the bill. And
excuse me, Ralph. Tell him who Ralph Bunter is.
He's one of, well, he's like a representative. He's one of the representatives
on the task force.
He's on the task force, but it's been a while ever since we initiated that first letter. And I've been on the email, trying to email him and getting in a couple other people, and they still pushing it. They pushing the bill. I just email them so they keep pushing it because they don't like paperwork. So I email them all the time and I just heard from them last week, and they thanked me for getting at their office, and they assured me that they were still looking into it and they still pushing it, and they still trying to bring it to the Senate table and everything. Just like my brother was talking about. I think that's what's happening with, that's why the governor went ahead and did what he did, because it was pushed so hard. I'm about that reparation thing too, basically. And we've been pushing stuff, man, and talking to people, man, and going to the Senate, taking it to the Senate floor. There's a lot of other things going on too with the violence with the juveniles, and on HR 40 and some other bills that's going on right now. And me, myself, man, that's why I'm so interested and hurry up and get in this kit so I can get on down in here, man, and go a little further. Because right now, I'm just doing that. I'm just, working with my other people, Black Power Call and all that, And you know what we doing that. And it's a lot of people, man, that's fighting on the front lines that's trying to get some work did. We agree to disagree sometimes, but most of the time we agree because we on the same page. And so we just trying to push this to get more people, man, to get involved so they can get the kit. And so that's how I got the information about you and how we can get the kid, man, and start looking deeper into this situation. So like the brother said, when it's time for us to come to the table, we got plenty of paperwork, we got plenty of information to carry this thing forward so we can get what's coming to us out here in California. Me, myself, I've been out in California since 1963. I was raised out here, but I came from back east. My family moved here in 1963, so I've been out here. My family before that, they moved here right after the war. So, we've been in California a long time. So that's why I'm trying to get back in this and get connected with everybody I need to get connected with. So when it's time for us to bring it to the table, we got the information, we got the paperwork, and all that. All of us might be kidding each other for all we know, and that make it even better, But right now, that's about the only information that I have, man. And the paperwork that I've been pushing, and with some other people, working with some other groups, and trying to get this thing started as best we can. It's a lot of more people. It's a lot of more people that's involved that I feel like in Sacramento we need to be getting that, man, that I'm researching. I'm in the process of researching a lot of these politicians. So that's got something to do with the reparations bill. So right now, that's one.
Thank you, Courtney. I want to Devoir, if you're available.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't hear you.
Okay, would you be a little bit more specific on the three bills or the names? Because the people who will be getting copies of this this recording, could you follow up on what Brother Courtney said? We will say the SB 1405, SB 1331. Could you give us some specifics, please?
Right, but before I do, if you put our CJEC-official.org in that chat and have them write it down, they can see it. But I can tell you real quick, the SB 1403 is for the American Freedmen Affairs Agency to write the bills or the policies, and not let these crackers write it behind the walls back there in the Capitol. So we're gonna have the power, the American Freedmen Affairs Agency. Now, right now we're in the assembly floor, about to hit that before August 31st. We have an August 15th yet. But this SB 1331, this is another key one too. This is about the money, the funds that California will kick in, not just from California. And as the money is from the nation, that's the money that's we're gonna get from them as well. And the money from different companies like the Catholics and everybody else, Chase Bank and all the other people that want to contribute. So we're going to have control of that too. That's to get the money. And then you got SB Senate Bill 1050. So SB 1050 is about the eminent domain. This is about the property that they stole. If you guys saw the Bruce's Beach that was awarded back to them by Senator Bradford, and these are Senator Bradford's bills, that they got that land back. Now we got about 100 of these lands that they stole from the eminent domain, from chattel slavery. So, and that's going to open up when you go to the United States as far as our 40 acres. You feel me? So all these have got something to do with not just California, but when they pass and go to the United States. You know what I mean? So, but if you can, go to CJEC-official.org and you'll see our whole site right there. We are the grassroots organization that started this reparations here in California. We're the #1 leading organization here, and it'll give you all the bills on there. And two, when you go on there, if you have a smartphone, it will ask you for your phone number. It will alert you every time we get alerts on what's going on, especially coming up August 15th. It is at the Assembly Suspense File Committee. Now, after it passed that, but before it hit that committee, we need some public, what we call it, our public call to action letters that we send straight to the assembly members who are voting on it and straight to Governor Newsom. So if you guys can, when you see these letters and alerts, read our pre-written letters. All you got to do is sign on your phone, push it, and you can do it more than one time. Rapid fire. That's our trick. It's kind of nigger rigged. I yield.
Well, when did you
It works.
tell me about
That's it, brother.
the radio station? Could you tell us about the radio station?
Which one?
The one that you guys are at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, well, that's the one out of Sacramento. Yeah, it's called Wise Words, a one-gun show. It's about Sacramento. It's in Sacramento. It's based out of with my Sacramento brothers. But it's a lot of gossip on there, but I brought reparations on there, reparation awareness. I haven't been on there in a week or two. I took a little break, but you can go on there too. They still talk about reparations, but I kind of took a little break real quick just now.
Okay.
But then the Al Sharpton show, that one, and all the rest of them that cousin Jerry didn't hit me too. Yeah, I bring reparations awareness on there.
Across the country, he's a spokesman.
Yes, brother Jerry.
Yes.
Yes, brother. Yeah, I got the ones he got. I've noticed any bills, but I got them on file. I had to look them up and all that. You know, you get older, your memory.
Okay.
But I got Senate bill. I done got them already about Senate Bill 1403 and 1331. I already got, but I'm gonna hit his old because it's quicker, like you said, rapid fire. And I ain't got to go do all that research and try to find them and dig them up and all that. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hitting you up, man, and so I can get on that rapid fire. But the program, we got our brother.
Okay, make sure you go on that. Make sure you go on that CJAC official. I think the ones that you're going to sign out, that's not the latest ones that we need to drop. We need to drop a new letter to the new committee that's coming up August 15th, and then the assembly floor before August 31st. So I think those are old letters that you see, and you should have 1050 on there too. So just sign up on there so you can get the alerts. I yield.
Okay, I yield, brother. I say thank you.
Thrubey?
Salutations. How we doing?
We're doing fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Great. In the middle of listening to some great stuff. So, return of events. You have Biden that retired this morning, and everybody's pushing for Kamala Harris. And so my thing is this. I appreciate the information concerning the reparations task force. We did ask last time, how do we join the American Freedmen's Bureau agency, resources like that? Because I signed up on CJEC too, and I spoke to Chris Lodson directly and asked him, how do we, regular folks, Black women and men that are interested to sign up? And we got crickets. So moving forward, I would like to create a streamlined way for people who are ready in the policy and legislation field, which is what I do, to be in a position where we can mobilize the youth in Alameda County, Los Angeles County, and Sacramento County, which is what we have done the last couple of weeks. Our young people, honestly, they are the ones that need to be at the table, because they're ready, but again, there's nothing that's available. Now, what we have found out from Sacramento County was that there's not even a grant option available for these Sacramento nonprofits trying to save our babies, our young boys and girls who are in the street, who are who are going through deplorable conditions in the Sacramento jail system, juvenile and adult, like right now. And so to be a part of a moving piece, I think we really got to work together. And I want to be very transparent on how we move and how we treat each other. It's very important, because we cannot just escape that. We cannot just treat each other like crap and then not come together, especially if we're doing something for reparations. So right now at this point, we want to educate our people in politics so they can actually have something tangible and be part of an advisory board if they ask, what is the application process? It can't just be one or two people that are chosen, and then people who are asking and they're not. And then we get an attitude. That has to stop, because we're burying our people. So in short, Wise Words and One Gone Show. Yes, we do have a constant discussion on what we need to do for the people, primarily in Sacramento. We have Zoom meetings. I send out emails, no response, and so we got to be mindful of how we're really moving. because people who don't know politics, honestly, they may be getting some information here and there, but the totality of it is we got to work together, especially if we are in California. We cannot treat other nations better than we treat Black people, and we talking about Black power. That doesn't work that way. So after today, I would like to have some transparency on the questions we asked in this last meeting concerning the Freedmen's Bureau agency. And if there is no response, then I will make a response. I will find a way so I can educate my people and sign people up right now who are ready for who are ready to join the advisory committee. So that's where we are right now. Last week, Alameda County Reparations Task Force, they didn't even launch, and that includes the city of Oakland as well. Major area where it's needed to have some sort of task force. So there's $4 million that was placed on the table last year for Alameda County, and they didn't put anything together. So this is where we want to educate people, especially in Alameda County, Sacramento County, who are interested in creating the task force and apply. So Nate Miley, who is the chair of that task force, I don't know if you're familiar with him, and Marquez, who's a vice chair. And these are the things that we were going to bring forth so that people can sign up.
Okay,
for it.
so here's where I'm at. From my perspective, I want to share the information on my platform, and I also understand that the politics that are involved has to be done on a local level. And I just want to let you know, as for collaboration, we're going to be able to focus on the genetics. And so I appreciate that information, but that's why I opened it up on this format so that we can hear. We want the nation to know exactly what's going on in different perspectives. So thank you, Thrubey. I got a question for you. Has your test results came in yet?
No, I haven't checked on it, but I will check on it to see. I don't think it has, or else I would have gotten a notification. But I'm sure it's any day now, because now it's been about, if not a little over 5 to 6 weeks now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she has a test kit. I gave her one, and it's being processed. So
yes,
we're looking forward to get hers.
yes, sir.
Anything else, Thrubey, that you know, a brief comment on Biden stepping down?
Yes, sir. So right now, I know it's not a popular thought, but there has been, and I really can't say it on this platform yet, but we have to really look into who or what is really blowing smoke. The Democratic Party is not for us. It's not for us, and I'm not saying the Republican Party isn't either. But until we have our own, we can't keep shunning the Republican Party because of what the Democrats have done to us since the beginning of time. We really honestly need to create our own. But again, the people who can do that, we're not working together. So until that comes, then we are going to put the information out to navigate the cities and the counties to inform the people that this is what you need to do. As I mentioned with the Freedmen's Bureau agency.
That was a comment. What do you need to do?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What do you ask them to do?
Well, I can't say what we can do right now because it's not going to be understood.
Okay.
But I will on the next meeting. We'll have some documents because everything came new this morning. Everything came new this morning. The resignation came this morning. Now they're pushing Kamala Harris. I can't, our people cannot afford to be in smoke and mirrors anymore.
Well, I just wanted to ask on the political side. Sometimes I do. We have to be transparent. So get opinions. Gracie, can you talk? Is yours available? Or are you okay? Can we hear you, Gracie? Yeah. Can you unmute yours? Okay, she can't do it, so she's listening. I understand. I understand. And Earlene, you have any comments? I know we can hear from you. Earlene?
No, I don't have any additional comments.
Okay. Okay, that being said, I'm going to show I'm gonna show you some of the information that I've received from one of our DNA related cousins who are sharing information that's verifying who they believe was the slaveholder. Now what we're having collaboration, I am, from white DNA matches. And when you get your test, you're all gonna see your ethnicity. And in your ethnicity, it's gonna show you not only, it's gonna show you the different regions of your ethnicity. And then you have DNA matches from those areas. And so now we're talking and collaborating. So I'm just, that's something that you're gonna encounter also as part of the process. Larry, have you had to do that? Have you talked to
Have I what?
Have you talked to any of your white DNA relatives?
Yeah, I met a couple of my European cousins, last year or the year before, yeah, not a problem. I've also been turned down by some of my European cousins. They don't want to hear that black shit, okay?
That's a terrible issue. Okay, everyone, can you see this screen, my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, what this is, I'm gonna make it larger. This is a summary of early records regarding slaves owned by Thomas and his children. And this European DNA relative, and there's two of them, Tommy Lewis and Lauren Moll. And what they're doing, they're showing me who they believe were enslaved, and in the early census, the 1850s and 60s, they just had a first name, and she tracked them afterwards even. So here's what you have. You'll see one, Thomas Moss in 1830. There's 1840 census, and the blue is definitely probably slaves of Jackson C.C. Moss. There's a Thomas Moss who was the father. He passed away in 1852, and he gave his kids, here's his will, 1849, 82. Old man Edmund, for example, to wife Peggy. Randolph to wife Peggy. Man London to his daughter. Amy to somebody else.
Hey, Jerry, let me stop you here.
Okay.
Now, was this in like this man's will?
Yes.
Can you get an original copy?
I have a copy of the will.
Oh, okay, very good. Because that's how I found out where my great-grandfather was from, or the wills and bill of sales.
Well, that's why I'm showing you this here, cuz real quick. I'm gonna give you a quick one. I have the will. I have the will. This will here, and this is it. And look at the rows across are my best effort to follow individuals of record. But many are guesses and many are maybe wrong. Purple definitely or probably slaves of Thomas Moss. That's the father. Reverend Thomas Moss. And blue definitely or probably slaves of Jackson C.C. Moss. So here's this in the 1830 census, they had, these are the ages, male, females, and their ages. And in this will, they started having their names and who he gave them to. This guy who in his will, like Boy Rufus to this person here, and Andy, and now here's where my family comes. My family, we match these people is what I'm telling you. And then there's a William Moss, Avery, his 1850 slave schedules. And they had, she puts names on. They started over here, then here's 1860. And there they are, names with J.C. Moss, William, and where they are, females. She puts names to them. And then afterwards, here they are. Landon married, they married, the slaveholders allowed the enslaved people to marry. And then Caroline, all the way down to William and Martha. And so what this woman did, she gave me all this information. There they are. They're coming over, across, and then Adeline Moss is with William and Martha in 1870. And here's more. Daniel got their names. I'm gonna be a little clear with you. Put this over. Here they are, 1820 census, Thomas Moss, that's my descendant. I mean, my ancestor, 1830, they talk about that. And so what happened is she gave me this document and look at it. It goes 1840. Let me get somewhere where you can understand more. Rufus Moss, not that one. Let's go to my second great grandfather. She's giving me all this record. And look at this.
Yeah,
She took the time to do this. Summary of records regarding slaves owned by Jackson C. Moss. 1850, 1860, and here it is. See this Reuben Moss? He's 17 years old in 1860. And then here he is again, 1870, and he's a mulatto. See that? Reuben Moss, that's mine. And this is my great grandmother, City, and his my third, and his Thomas Moss. So these are my family right here. And then 1880, here they are, and these are my great uncles and aunts. They're right there. And let's do some more. All the way to 1900 is this Reuben Moss, and these are his kids, or my ancestors. And here it is, 1910. Here's Reuben Moss and City, and my uncles and aunts. There they are. There, my great uncles and aunts. So look at that. Look at that information that this person has given me. And then I'll show you this one. Thomas Moss. There he is. This is his will. You asked about the will? There it is. He talked about, different ones, the names, heirs, London, City. And so which he mentioned all of them. And then 1850 came up with the names. And so what happened is I have all those records now. And that's pretty interesting, isn't it, to see something like that?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
She took the time to give me that information. And so now I know who they are. I know where my ancestors were enslaved, and I know why I have Moss as my last name. And it's verified by DNA. Do you have any questions?
Okay, I'm wondering if there was a way that you could ask for a bill of sale to see when your ancestors were purchased by that family. Because with that bill of sale, it would trace you to the seller. You know, that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to trace a bill of sale for my third great grandmother in 1818. Where did this family acquire her? You know, that type of thing.
All right, that's laudable. Now here's an example with this European DNA cousin of mine. Here's what he sent me. He said, this is Tommy Lewis. I had a meeting in September last year, and a Zoom meeting. So he's part of it. He joined the meeting. He said, "Hi, cousin Jerry. Recently, I got a chance to watch the meetings. I'm not able to attend. I thoroughly enjoyed the meeting we had with cousin Tommy Lewis." And Tommy said, "Hi, Jerry. At one time, I did have a GEDmatch. See, we use GEDmatch account, but have since removed it. Maybe this will help," he said. "It's a few of my matches from Ancestry that descend from Rufus and Reuben Moss." And look at here. He shows these people matches of Reuben Moss. This is my cousin Val. Look, she matches Tommy 111 centimorgans. She matches this young lady 106 centimorgans. So look what he's doing. And then from Rufus Moss, you saw him in the wheel. He matches this person 125 centimorgans, and Marquita Anthony 99 centimorgans. So what I'm telling you is they are showing us DNA matches to them. Do you see that? They're showing these are DNA matches, and so that's to the slaveholder. And so and they're showing the black people who match them and how many centimorgans. So that's what I wanted to share with you, give you an example of some of it. And Lauren Day Moll, she has a lot of information that she shared. And I want to just show you one more. Well, first of all, let me show you this. This is her, Lauren Day Moll. She's the one that's sharing her information. So, okay. And I'm gonna show you one more record here, because she showed a lot of records, and since it's so specific to me, I'm just showing you what happens with this genealogy, how far you can go with your research. Any questions? Go ahead. Any questions on this?
Yeah.
Jerry, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Where can you find the wills of the slave owner?
Yeah, Larry,
Archives.
Larry? Yeah, go, Larry.
Archives of the county that they lived in. You'll oftentimes find they have a will on record. Once again, you got to dig in the archives of the county that these people lived in.
Can you do that online?
Some of it, some you can't.
Okay, take a
So
look
you
at
had to
this.
physically go there?
Well, yeah, I've been known to do that. In fact, tomorrow I'll be on a plane and trying to dig some more down in Mississippi.
Okay, here's another record that uh, my European cousin sent me, and look how much detail she went through. Like Joe Moss, Josephine Moss, Rufus Moss. You remember those names? There's Jerry Moss, and they say that they were, and then this person here, she matched 25 Central Morgans with Lauren, and also a match to Moss descendants, for example. And so you see how she's giving out information. This she's their names and the information that she's sharing with us. It's extraordinary, and she took the time to put that kind of documents. She took the time to share this kind of information. So now I'm going back and forth with her, and let me go up here. Oh, here he is. Here's my second great grandfather, Reuben T. Moss. Look at that. There he is. There's a DNA form where he lived. He was on the schedule with J.C. Moss was a slaveholder, and he was on that schedule. And Taylor, and he's on the 1910 census. He married City Roberts, and then these are the kids, and here I am. These are my family. My dad, right here, Gildas and Jerry Moss. A DNA match to other Mosses and descendants, black and white. So she has our names in here with these matches. This person, Joshua Davis, is a 14th century Morgan match with Lauren, and also a match with other Mosses. So she's given us documents that shows how we're DNA related to it.
I got 2 different emails.
What does somebody think about that?
I think that's deep, man. That is deep. Just how far can you go with this? You can just go. Sometimes just keep going. Just keep going, though. That's deep, man. I mean, you know.
I just want to share some things with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's deep. I mean, just how far back can you go?
Well, one thing that which is just now Larry asked me. He asked me, was there a will? Here the will is, Larry.
Sure.
See, most of the documents I come by, they're not sanitized or digitized like this. You know, they're all handwritten
but there
from
it is.
1848 and shit.
Yeah, well, here this one is, and talks about his name, last Roman Testament, Thomas Moss, and what happened. Deaths, Negro slave, Randolph, old Peggy, and Polly Davis, and these London, and I was able to, and then to Jackson C.C. Moss, all my lands divided, and he's the one that, and then to his son, some things. So this is the will. And
but there should also be a section in the will that lists the value of his property.
Yeah, in this one, the main thing that I'm looking at is the people. I'm looking at the people. There were some things about his property, but this tells where my ancestors, where they were, who enslaved them. So I can at least say that.
You don't want to know what they were valued as
Yes,
for that particular period of time?
Yeah, I've seen that. I had that information. They have the value. You know, we're looking at $900, $600, things like that, maybe $1,000. You know, they do have
What
that.
period of time, how old they were? Because
Yeah.
I try to keep records of how much that slave was valued in what year, what region of the country to help determine age. For example, if they're $400 or $500, you know it's a kid. How old is the kid? Is it male or female? You know, anyway, I be tripping, man.
Well, here you go. I give you this one. Now, this is on my mother's side. I have wills on both sides. Now, look at this. Is this what you're talking about?
Yes. What year?
This is July 1852.
52?
And his name is Ellison.
Okay, and is this in Arkansas?
No, this one is in Texas. My mother's family, she's from Texas, and this is where the Ellison is from. And look at this. This goes into, just like what he's saying.
Peter, 250.
It goes into beds, the land, and inventory. What they did is they came up and did an appraisal first. And after they did the appraisal, then they gave the different parts of the property and the land to the kids. And this is my fourth grade grandmother, Caroline Ellison Taylor. And her and the child were $900, and a Negro boy, Henry, was $400.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start talking about
2 hoes.
You know, 102 hogs, $200. And and his one, his Negro Sydney, $950. And there you go. Here's one of it. 129 acres worth at $451. And so they divided them all up, and there it is. And the total amount of the estate was $30,000. You see that? Right? And it was
30,000, 1852.
Yeah.
That would be equivalent to about $750,000 in
That's
today's.
right.
You could look it up, but that would be approximate.
Well, I just want to let y'all know that I can't.
Okay, man. How'd you come out by all this good shit?
I can't answer your questions.
That's wild money.
I'm just saying, I'm not just messing around. I have urgency for facts. You know what I'm saying? I'll answer your question.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, man. Hey, y'all want to see something else? Here you go. I'll show you one more real quick.
That's reparations.
Yeah. Who's that? Who's that gentleman right over there? That's Reggie.
It's Reggie, yeah, look like yeah.
And that's when I was giving my presentation on reparations here it is, the Reparations Task Force meeting, part 1. So you can look that up, anyone, and you can see what I always said, because Reggie spoke, and I was about the 8th or 9th person to speak. And I talk about genealogy. And that's why I gave him, that's why I had this here test, and I asked all of them, have they taken the test? Some did, some didn't. And I said, anybody want a test? He raised his hand. They all raised their hand. And I gave Reggie the test. I gave him this test. And I'm gonna show you something. Look on the back. That's my speech. We only had 2 minutes. And there's my speech on the back. And I gave him the test. And now we're cousins. How's that, Reg?
Yeah, I'm good right there, man. You know, I came back from that white trip and I got a cut, but I heard my name come up and I saw you give me that test, man. That was memorable right there, man. God bless you, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay, everyone. That's pretty much mine. You know, on it. I do want to show you just one more thing, cause it's really important to me. You know, I keep my records in different files, and so that's why I can go to them. You know, as I share my documents.
Boxes, I'm trying to find something.
Yeah, so I can find them on my screen and stuff like that. But that Reuben and City Moss, they're in Los Angeles. They were buried in Los Angeles in Evergreen Cemetery in East LA. So they lived, their sons were porters right after slavery, the Pullman porters, and they traveled the country and they ended up living in LA. And I'm thankful that I'm out in California and I have ancestors who are in who have history here in Los Angeles, and I have a number of them who are buried in that cemetery, Evergreen Cemetery in East LA. So that's pretty much my presentation. Do you have any questions for me on some of the information that I've shared? Anyone?
Yeah, how do you go by finding out who's in the cemetery? Because I got an ex-wife she's buried here in California in Inglewood, or in Inglewood Cemetery. And how do you my ex-wife?
Your ex-wife?
Yeah, and she's buried over in Inglewood. But okay, now when we researching ours, we don't include our wife, right?
Yeah, you definitely include her because you got kids by her, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sometimes they have you know, us men, the men, you know, we have multiple kids.
Right. So that's the question I'm asking right there.
Yeah, so but it's the woman who's the heart, who's the base. We got to go through them. We give them the glory and the recognition, and then all blessings will come to us. We put them first, and because that's part of the truth. And so so when you do your DNA, your wife, you put her in your first wife, and then her records will find out, search her too. You know, her DNA, her records, and see who her relatives are. So you can have a comprehensive. But to answer your question is, what you do is you go to the cemetery that she's interned in. You go online and get the name of the cemetery, and then they have an inventory, a list. All you have to do is put the names in, and they'll tell you where they are.
Okay, got it.
They tell you their names, they tell you where they are, and you know, and sometimes they have what other family members are in the same cemetery.
Okay.
Is that on Find a Grave?
You don't
No,
find
I
the grave?
don't find if you have find a grave, but you can also you can search by cemeteries. If you know what cemeteries, just search that cemetery and it'll come up. And in every cemetery now, the way they are now, they have a list of who's in those cemeteries. I'm talking about back, all these people, they lived and they passed away, and we have death records, and they tell where they were buried. And then now I'll go to that cemetery. I'll Google it and bring it up, and then they'll have the inventory. You can mosses, for example, and they'll tell you all the mosses that are in there. Or if you have a specific name, they'll tell you if that person is in that cemetery.
Yeah, I went there. Yeah, I gotta go there. Okay. I got information. I got marriage license and all that stuff on all my wives. I've been married to.
Yeah, well, all that information. When it comes down to these reparations and also when you connect your family, reconstruct your family tree, your family portrait, all of them are going to be in there.
Okay.
They're all going to be in there. Then you'll be able to have a report that comes out. You were married here, you married them, these kids here. You have a report that you can just pass on to your kids.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got a report. Anyone here that if you have a tree you want to report, I have a program that'll give you a report. You send me your tree, I put it in my program, and then it'll print you out. The lineages, it'll print you out everything about your family.
Okay.
Let me show you one. Oh, follow. Let me show you.
Okay.
Because this is what I use for somebody who's new that I meet and they don't know who their family are, and I know they related to me by DNA. I print out a report. And a genealogy chart.
Okay.
That's what it is. Oh, by the way, we talked about, I want to show you. I want to show you. And then you're going to meet cousins. See, now all of us, we're going to meet cousins our age that are cousins of our ancestors. And then we're the great grandkids. Like that little girl that you just saw, that's my great granddaughter. She's 6 years old. I'm 73. But I'm the great grandson of these of my ancestors. And through DNA and verification, now we know who they are. And then when you start talking to these cousins, then we start collaborating and sharing our information. Because I've met a cousin, she lives here in San Diego, and she came in and gave me a bunch of pictures. Here she is. I understand. I understand, Gracie.
Say peace, bless.
Do you see her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she met me down at a Starbucks in 2021. That's Josephine. She's like about 85. My cousin Josephine. And what she did is she gave me these pictures. I took pictures of them. She bought them, and I took the pictures of the pictures. Because she's a family historian, and this I gave her a kit. She matches me. This is a Judy Akins, and she matches that Lauren. The family reunion. And she was at the zoo with one of my DNA cousins. She was the teacher. Akins.
Mm-hmm.
Then they went to Tijuana. So she shared pictures with me. You see, so I have I have those pictures. But I do want to show you one more thing. I said that. How many times have I said that? 3 times. I got to show you this.
I keep coming up with something.
Oh, okay. Here you go. How's that look?
Yeah, I see it.
That's LA. That's West Coast.
Yeah, Carolina Buck.
Hey, that's LA, isn't it? And
That's
this
LA.
here they are. This is Evergreen Cemetery, and here's my second great grandmother, City Moss. You saw her in some of the records, and here's her husband, Reuben. She passed away in 1918, and 7 days later, he passed away. Can you believe that? Reuben, my second great grandfather. And here's where they're buried at right now in Evergreen. But all those files that you saw, these documents, and this is part of their journey, and here's where their final resting place is. From slavery to HOE to eternity. The Mosses. And that's my nephew who, no, that's my cousin, young cousin. I went there and visited the cemetery, and I got close. It was on the weekend. He went and he got right there. And he asked me, hey, cousin Jerry, I'm up here. He graduated. He's in the area. So now the youngsters are taking over, they stepping up. I told him, hey, they're at Evergreen. Go talk to the people. I was right there. Go find them. And that young man, that young warrior, he went and found my second great grandmother and great grandfather, Reuben and City Moss. He found them. And, I have their death certificate. There it is. Reuben Thomas and their City Moss right there. That's a picture of it. That's on her marker. And they were porters. Their sons were porters, and this is what they did. That's how they worked. They got them jobs as porters. My dad was even a porter. That could very well have been my uncle, and that's what they did. They put a hotel on wheels, and they didn't get paid. They got paid by tips, and if anybody stole anything, the passenger came out of their pay. So they had to really look out. They had to really look out for that was their job. So that's my story, and yours is I'm sure it's remarkable.
Outstanding.
So let's have some closing comments. The question I have, out of what you've seen, what I presented, what areas do you feel that we need to have for our next agenda? Just give me some agenda items, and I'll do my best to do that. But what do you want to see in the next agenda? Anybody? Suggestions?
With the, this is Eileen.
Yeah.
with their new Pro tool, which I just ran across yesterday on Ancestry, it it actually, like with the true lines, you can only they match up you based on trees. If your DNA contact doesn't have a tree that has a common ancestor in it, it's not going to match you up with the person. But I'm finding that with this Pro Tool thing, they're not matching up people's names. They're matching up degrees of your closeness. Let's say the first cousin, twice removed, or something like that. And it eventually go back to your common ancestor of some of these people that are your DNA matches that don't have trees. So many people don't even have it. You contact them, send a message, 2 or 3 years go by, they never answer you. You're close, with DNA matches. How may we be related? They don't even answer you back. But look like with this thing, I haven't really worked with it long, but I'll be able, I get my cousin chart out and see what a third cousin removed or whatever, they're talking about, and try to identify a common ancestor. I think that's going to be great.
It's going to be very helpful. Very helpful. As I close, I'm going to share a few photos. This is my grandmother, Ethel Burnell, and my uncles. These are my uncles, the Moss men, my uncles. And here's my father, Kenneth Moss, right here. He's right there. And these are my uncles. And that's my father, Kenneth Moss, passed away in 1994. And that's my mother and father, 1969. That's my dear mother, Lois Fielding Moss. His daddy, and one of the characteristics of the Mosses are his eyes. You see those hazel eyes? That's one of the characteristics, one of the genes that passed down to my brothers and sisters. And that's my brothers and myself when we were young at Christmas. Ragtag, but we was together, we had a smile. My brother Stevie, there I am, and my brother Marvin. I guess we're about the same age as that young girl there that just came in here. That's another picture of us as we got older. There I am over there. These are my brothers, Marvin, Dale, Steve, Kirby, and myself. I went mountain climbing when I was 17 years old in Colorado and Marble. It's called Outward Bound Traineeship, Leadership Program. And the pictures sort of tell a story. And I was like, what, 10,000 feet on this one? Everyone wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do.
That's right.
And here I was up on the, you can see I was up on the rock there, the rock face over there, and overlooking one of the lakes. And this is my grandson, DeLon. That's his girl, the girl whom you just see here. That's Sunshine, Sunshine. A family picture. My mother and father and all my brothers and sisters, and my sister. And there we are too. We're all still living. My sister and brothers. My sister's 70th birthday, we were all up there for her birthday, so this is a family photo. My sister Canetta. That's her and me. And this is my brother's, her 70th, December 2022. And this is my siblings' migration pattern. Through our education, we started in Omaha. One of my brothers in Alaska, Kirby's up there in Humboldt College. He's a professor. I'm out in San Diego. One of my brothers is in Texas. Stu Falls is another brother. And then I got some other half brothers and sisters. They out there on the East Coast. And this is my brothers and sisters. This was last year. We were all together up in Omaha, Nebraska, for a Moss Gildan family reunion. So there we all are. And here's our family tree. We made this big banner. And through my research, and each of you can do it. There it is. On my dad's side, that's his family over there. And on my mom's side, there they are. And through our records. And so my daughter and I put it together and, work together with my daughter. So for the reunion. So those are my brothers and myself.
Please remember where you were when you heard the news today. What a day in history. President Joe Biden making American history with an act of profound political and personal sacrifice. 3.5 years into his presidency, President Joe Biden stepping down from his reelection bid in favor of his Vice President Kamala Harris.
That's pretty much it.
Processing this
Larry,
for 5 hours already, and it still gives me chills.
I'm sorry. What?
We're hearing your there you go. All right, so let's have I just want to share some of the pictures. That's family, that's me, that's you. If it's me, it's you. We related, whether it's DNA or not, we're family.
That's right.
And we have a number of tools to help each other and find that out. So let's have closing comments. Erlene, you have any closing comments?
No, everybody have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day, you too, sister.
Courtney, do you have some closing comments for your first meeting?
Yeah, brother, I look forward to getting into this, man. Ready to go to work on it.
We appreciate that.
Peace and blessings, brother. That's awesome. Peace and blessings. One blessed family.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Reggie, do you have any closing comments? We sure appreciate it.
Okay, I heard my name again. I'm right in the middle of a haircut.
Just closing
man,
comments.
I'm just listening, man. Good conversation. I'm trying to, listen to my customer and y'all at the same time. We talking about sports. Y'all talking about politics.
Well, we're glad to have you. It's good you're multitasking.
Yeah, gotta do that, man. Gotta do. Salute to you, brother. My cousin, my real cousin. Salute to you. Appreciate your work.
All right, God bless you. And everyone there, hey, God bless you. Have a safe
bless you too,
safe
brother.
2 days. And I think we're scheduled for August 4th is our next meeting. If the
Yes, sir.
if the Lord wills. Not next, it's August 4th.
Okay. First Sunday.
Yeah, the first Sunday. So thanks everybody for participating. It means so much to me. And I'll have a recording, and you'll get a recording of the meeting.
Peace and blessings, brother.
All right. Erlene, I'm glad your communications work. I'm glad it worked.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I can turn this off.
Sunshine. Come on down. Slow down, come on. No, you started the meeting with me. I want you to help in the meeting, okay? Come on with me. Now you know what not to do. You know what to do. Come on in there. Face right up here where I can see it. There you are. Now, what did you think about the meeting so far?
Good.
At some time, are you gonna have some more meetings with me?
Yes, sir.
All right, you'll see. I'm glad that you're here. It's a blessing to have my great granddaughter. Oh, what is that? What that beach is on? Huh? He didn't put him in the meeting. Didn't have the beast in here. Let me see where he is. Let's get it. Oh man, there he is. Hey Courtney, got me a road dog.
Yeah, I see. I'm trying to go. Hey, I was trying to go out the scene. I said, wait, did you?
Got me a road dog.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, thanks so much, man. It's so much. It's a blessing having you here. You know, at the meeting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was a pleasure being there with all you guys, man. Really. It's a blessing. I finally got a chance to get in there with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you with all the questions you have, and we're gonna get on here, especially if, we can have a Zoom meeting like this.
Where did that people go?
They're done, and you are too. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, we'll have a chance to have a Zoom meeting, then we can go over
the whole thing, huh?
Yeah, your records and different things. We'll go over it. Get you set up. Yes.
He's awake.
Okay, go ahead.
I said, Wade probably won't be as much. I talked to you last time. I said probably won't be.
What's that?
Right. I said it probably wouldn't be here the Monday. I already figured it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, either way, I I can document it, and it's traced, so wherever it's at, if it gets lost or anything, we'll know where it's at.
Sound good.
All right. Hey, God bless you.
God bless you too, brother.
You know how to turn yours off?
No, I'm trying to get it now. I'm trying to turn it off now. Print.
Doing good.
Yeah, I know it, man. I'm trying to get it. Okay, I got the Zoom meeting right here. Am I off?
You still on it. Thanks for all your comments. I'll shut it down.
Okay.
Hey, it's all good. It's all God. We had
Yes, sir. Good old time. Okay.
And it's a blessing to be here.
Man, it was. Wow, that was deep. It truly was.
And have some information to share, how we shared it.
Okay.
I appreciate everybody's contributions.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No problem.